What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the next video in this series. We are talking all about mood boards, lookbooks, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to take you guys through a few that I've already created, and I'm going to walk you through step by step on how I will create a mood board from scratch. All right, so there are three main tools that I love to use for creating lookbooks, mood boards, whatever you want to call them. And that is using Pinterest, which is kind of a standard by now, but I also want to introduce two new apps, which is Milanote and MindNode. So I really like using these for various different reasons. So I'm going to walk you through. We're going to start with Pinterest and then move into Milanote, and I'll show you how powerful this is on being able to quickly aggregate a bunch of images or color palettes or quotes or inspirations, and then being able to export those and share them with either your client or a makeup artist, a stylist, anything like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in. All right, so as you guys can see, I have Pinterest open. This is a mood board that I created a few years ago, actually, when I was doing some surfing shoots out in LA. So this has already been curated. I found a couple of different images from here. And so I found several images online that I really liked that I was able to convey to my client what I was expecting from the photo shoot itself. And as we move on, this is my 2023 desert inspired shoot. So I really wanted to find images that were going to have both a cooler tone and a warmer tone as well. So I love, the idea that this has a little bit of warmth in the background, but a lot of the tones actually are cooler in nature. And then this one, just having that sun flooding the lens is one of my favorite things. So I love this mood board, and this has worked out really well for me to be able to convey to my clients what kind of look I'm going for. And then another example is doing a fall winter city shoot. So obviously not all of these are city based, but again, a lot of monochromatic blacks and a couple of studio looks as well. And so being able to convey these looks to my client is incredibly important to me. Now, with that said, what I want to do is actually create a new mood board for this year, and I want to take you guys step by step through this. We're going to use Milanote, we're going to use Pinterest and Instagram, and we're going to go ahead and build it out from scratch. So here we go. So actually, what I want to show you is how I use Milanote to aggregate images from both Pinterest and Instagram, which is most likely where you're going to be shopping for a lot of your looks. So let's go ahead and take my existing surf lookbook and using Instagram as well, and we're going to build this look out in Milanote. And then what I want to do is show you how I export this so that way I can share this with my clients and stylists and makeup artists. Just dragging and dropping from the Pinterest window into Milanote, I'm able to start building out this mood board. I can also include things like quotes, or if I want to, I can grab some color palettes as well. So really injecting the mood that I'm thinking of, the color tones, the locations, all of these wonderful things that will really constitute a mood board just beyond images themselves. This is a pretty simple example, but again, just being able to find a couple of different images, a couple different color palettes, and a couple of different photos from a location that I would shoot at is really going to benefit being able to convey to my client and my team that I'm working with what I'm trying to accomplish, and that way they can have a very, very clear understanding of what's going on. So now that I've built out this simple board in Milanote, what I'm going to do is I'm going to export it into a PDF, and that way I can just email it or text it to my clients or the artist that I'm working with. Now, as you can see, we have the exported PDF here. It looks great. I like to build these in a vertical format because a lot of my clients are going to be viewing these on a phone. So as photographers, we're used to working on a computer a lot, but for my models and my makeup artists, a lot of them tend to be on the go, and they're looking at things on their phones. So as you build out your mood boards, definitely keep that in mind. And I want to show you guys just a couple of more ideas that you can use to really elevate this to the next level. All right, so now we're able to create a couple of different notes. We can point out certain features of images or color palettes that we want to communicate to our clients and artists and be able to share that. So I found Milanote to be incredibly flexible, especially if you're using it on a computer. It's really easy to drag and drop and be able to curate some looks. So what I want to do is I've already had these images pulled. So let's actually go ahead and just create a brand new lookbook from scratch, and you'll get to see the exploration process on both Pinterest and Instagram and how we're able to assemble this really quickly and really easily. Now, one thing that you can do to elevate your mood boards is actually to find similar products that are available from different retailers and just link the look to the product, so that way it's going to be easier for either your stylist or your model to be able to find something that's going to be similar. It's probably not going to be exact, but it'll be close enough. And this is going to be a great example of how to do that. All right, so just like that, we're able to have a functioning hyperlink straight to the Free People product here. We got a photo of the hat. Is it exactly it? No, but it's close enough, and it's going to at least make it a little bit easier for either our client or artist to be able to acquire this item that we can use for our photo shoot. Now, as you guys can see, we've got our lookbook here. We've got a couple from the location itself. We've got some fashion inspiration. We could probably add a few more for makeup and hair, but as you can see, these are all rich text links. So your client, your artist, they can click on it, go check it out right away. I will say that because a lot of retailers move through inventory fairly often, I would only use this for a very stylized shoot or a shoot that I know I'm going to be doing soon. So this isn't something that I want to create that's going to last all year. My guess is that this hat is probably going to go away within the next couple months at best. So definitely keep that in mind. If you're just trying to build an overall lookbook for the year, then maybe don't include direct links like this, as they'll most likely end up breaking at some point and the product won't be offered anymore. So this is better for more particular lookbooks, or if you're doing one kind of styled shoot. And so again, being able to add in these links here, being able to add in little notes like this, Milanote makes it really easy. And so let's go ahead and we're going to add a couple from Instagram so you can see what that process looks like. And then we're going to wrap up the Milanote portion. And so with Instagram, it's a little different on incorporating the photo, but I'm going to show you real quick. So what you do is you just tap these three dots here and then copy link. And then in Milanote, you can just hit Command V to paste it, and it will add in both the image as well as the link to the page as well. So I actually really like this feature, as it allows you to go ahead and check out some other posts that they may have. So that is how you can take care of the Instagram portion from that. Now, there are a bunch of other little things that Milanote can do if you want to incorporate a to-do list. So if you want to have your client, bring a wetsuit, for example, or bring, a certain type of jewelry that you want to remind them. So you can definitely do this, and this is something that either prints really well or at least they can go through. So again, Milanote it's a very flexible platform, but again, for creating these really dynamic mood boards, it's been one of my favorites to use lately. Now, the next app that I want to show you is MindNode, which I use more for business planning purposes, but you might find that you like it for mood boards as well. It's a little bit more of a text-based system, so it does incorporate images, but it's probably not as efficient as Milanote is. But I'm going to go ahead and create that similar surf lookbook in MindNode so you can see kind of what the differences and similarities are. So as you can see with MindNode, it's more of like it's like a really good quick entry. So if you have a lot of like ideas, or you need to really quickly brain dump something, you can connect images and these little notes here. And so if we wanted to build this out more, we could go with like makeup looks, wardrobe, And then what we can do is we can go ahead and start to connect these in a really organized way, and it's very quick to do. You could definitely do this with Milanote as well, but I just wanted to show you a different software that you can do. And it's the same. We can export this as a PDF and be able to send this off to our clients or artists and get their feedback. And again, it's just all about different ways to demonstrate what you can do. All right, and that wraps up being able to create mood boards and lookbooks for your clients and artists really quickly and really easily. And just to recap, so we're using a combination of Pinterest, Instagram, Milanote, and MindNode, and really being able to use these websites and these software together in a really harmonious way that's going to allow you to, again, as you saw, we were able to create a lookbook in just a couple of minutes and add notes and links and tags and images and locations and all of these things. So I hope that this inspires you to create some lookbooks and mood boards for your shoots this year. And if you have any questions or any comments, definitely drop them in the box below or shoot me an email. Until next time, I'll see you guys.